Accompanied to the ring by Booker T from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, the chosen one, Promise Braxton.
Promise Braxton has been declared by Booker T as the chosen one. And she has been chosen, quite literally, to go one-on-one with a star from WWE's NXT. And Promise Braxton is going to put on display why she is the name that everyone keeps talking about and what Booker T sees in her. This is the first of two main events this week on Reality of Wrestling, and it is a historic moment in our company's history.
This is not the first time we've had talent of this caliber here in the Reality of Wrestling, but it is the first time that we've seen it in the Diamonds division. And to put it into one simple phrase, the pit bull of the Diamond Mine is about to infiltrate the Diamonds division.
And her opponent from Knoxville, Tennessee, representing the Diamond Mine, WWE NXT star, Ivy Nile.
Oh, the Diamond Mine. All the way from WWE NXT. This is a competitor that Booker T has gotten to see literally a ringside view of on several occasions. And she is, without a doubt, a powerhouse. Look at that. And a standout in Florida. Kirby, carry on. Tell us a little bit more about Ivy Nile.
Ivy Nile, I have been told, is part of the 300 club in her deadlifts. That is not an easy club to reach. But not only that, if you go look at the board, at the PC down in Orlando, Florida, you will see her name next to the pull-up list because she's the current champion. She has the record. I can't even do one.
I could have told you that.
Look at this. Promise drawing a line on the canvas saying cross it.
This is a big match, ladies and gentlemen. Ivy Nile, Promise Braxton, double main event. The first of two. Here we go. It is one fall to a finish. The chosen one, the pit bull.
And that's the thing is Ivy Nile, much like a pit bull, cute, adorable, loving, but has one hell of a bite. So Promise Braxton has to watch out.
Well, yeah, when you talk about being the pull-up champion down at the Performance Center in Orlando for the WWE NXT promotion, shows you got a lot of strength. She's got a lot of ability. She's got some of the greatest coaches in the history of this industry. Shawn Michaels, probably the best in-ring competitor in the history of professional wrestling. Another Texas native, I might add.
Yes, indeed.
And you know she's had to have called Booker T aside once or twice and asked for pointers. It'd be silly for her not to.
And yes, calling Booker T aside for pointers. However, Promise Braxton has grown alongside Booker T. This is why he's put his stamp on Promise Braxton and considered her the chosen one.
Oh, look at that. And now, front guillotine there. Promise Braxton trying to counter out of it. Oh, but man,
wow.
Ivy Nile riding her, not allowing her any wiggle room.
Ivy Nile already impressive here against Promise Braxton, but before professional wrestling, she tried her hand at MMA. She currently practices jiu-jitsu, and she's a champion of the Titan Games.
Well, it just adds credence to her nickname, the Pit Bull, proving how tough Ivy Nile really is. Oh, a shoulder block, taking Promise Braxton down, and Booker T.
He does not like what he just saw.
Not one bit. Ivy, Irish whip reversed by Promise Braxton. Promise Braxton in the corner, but catches a big boot there.
It's a lot of power in such a small package here in Ivy Nile. Promise Braxton, I hope she did her homework here.
Whoa.
As Booker T watches on.
Look at the strength there.
Getting a little love, asking for a little love from Road Nation, and they're giving it to her in spades.
Oh, wow, fall away slam, and look at that, just a kip up right after. Ivy Nile in the driver's seat here at the WGA. I was gonna say that Promise Braxton's got the advantage. This is a home game for her. She's got her coach in her corner, but Ivy Nile is bringing the ruckus.
She is indeed, and you say she's got her coach in her corner. However, that puts a lot of pressure. That's gonna make her get in.
Cover here, cover. 1, 2, and a kick out right after 2.
But we've seen Promise Braxton in these kinds of matches before. The tension's high, the pressure is high for Promise Braxton, and she continues to elevate her game. This is just another night for Promise Braxton, but she cannot get cocky. Ivy Nile is as tough as they come.
Ivy Nile, we got tripped up there on the second rope. Wow, you see how quick that was from Promise Braxton? At a split second, caught her for that drop toe hold.
It is, and hitting into those tensioned cables there is not fun and extremely dangerous.
Cover, 1, 2. Referee, the count of 2 here. Promise Braxton, hearing the coaching, hearing the instructions from Booker T, stomps to the sternum and the midsection of Ivy Nile.
A smart maneuver there, keeping her down on the canvas. You can't breathe, you can't fight.
Promise taking time to jaw jack with the Ronation. But that may have given Ivy Nile ability to recover, but a gut wrench right there, dropping her rib cage on her knee. Promise Braxton.
Not to be outdone in the power game.
Cover, 1, 2, deep cover. 2, and Ivy Nile in a bit of trouble here.
Promise Braxton now is herself in the driver's seat here. As you can see here, she's trying to take the breath out of Ivy Nile with that waist lock, and that just makes it harder to breathe.
Ivy Nile trying to fight out of it. Some back elbows, man. Hard shots from the pit bull, and now another head scissor. Promise Braxton had it countered. Promise Braxton had it countered. She brought her A game today. Cover, 1, 2, and no. Kick it at 2.5.
And another deep cover there on NXT star Ivy Nile. That is impressive. Promise is, like you said, she brought her A game. She has not come to play.
She did not come to play whatsoever. This is not a game for Promise Braxton. This is about her life and her livelihood and her chosen profession. And she is the chosen one and wants to prove to the world, not just reality of wrestling, but the entire world. That means every professional wrestler on the planet, that she's going to live up to that name.
Gotta imagine that a win here over Ivy Nile is going to send shockwaves through the industry if Promise Braxton can get the job done. And so far, it's looking like she's not only bringing her A game, but her A+ game as well, as Booker T's watching on the outside.
The last, and Ivy Nile coming back. Cover here, 1, 2, that could be it, no.
So close, yet so far, but you could see that left book shook there for a second.
That left book shook? That it did. Some shots there now from Ivy Nile. Reversal here. Promise Braxton. Oh, what is she going for? Look at that! Beautiful. Beautiful from the chosen one. Going for a cover. 1, 2, and another deep cover. Promise Braxton is the chosen one. The last professional athlete to hold that moniker was LeBron James, and last I checked, he's the all-time scorer in NBA history, and perhaps the greatest to ever do it. Promise Braxton has that potential. But this crowd is behind Ivy Nile.
Yeah, I was gonna say she may have this potential, however, Ivy Nile is the fan favorite at this moment.
No one trains harder than Ivy Nile. She reminds me of somebody that I used to know who went on to become a several-time world champion, as right now she is looking like a world champion, but Promise Braxton is looking even better.
And now the knee to the middle of the spine, just pulling back on the arms of Ivy Nile. That knee feels like a spear to the spine. she's having to expend a lot of energy in this to try to find her way out of these moments. Look at her fight back. God, the upper body strength is ridiculous. Ridiculous upper body strength.
Launched Promise Braxton's whole body up over her head, and now giving her some Mike Tyson hits.
Ivy Nile, big shoulder block there. And another.
Those are some massive shoulders, too.
Promise Braxton. Got her up and over. Wait a minute.
Promise is in a whole lot of trouble here.
Ivy Nile looking for that. Looking for it. Is she going to hit that power slam? Cover. 1, 2, and that's it. No, no, 2, only 2. Booker T.
Looks about to have a conniption. He's so happy and so scared all at the same time.
That was 2, but it was about 2 15/16.
Ivy Nile not done yet. That power slam may not have been enough, but the diamond lock might.
Thumb to the eye. Kick to the gut.
Wait
and
a
this
second.
could be all. This could be all. She's looking for a big suplex.
Oh.
Got it. Can she get her over? No, wait. Wait a minute, Booker T. Booker.
They're just rolling through.
No, Ivy Nile won. Ivy Nile won. Ivy Nile won.
Winner, Ivy Nile.
Booker T thought he had it won. He pushed Promise over so that she had the cover on Ivy Nile. Ivy reversed it again. And she got the 3 count.
How the turntables have turned. I know.
We're short on referees, Book. We're short on referees.
Kirby, you're up.
Booker T is not happy about this development at all. But the record book will state Ivy Nile walked into the World Gym Arena and picked up a victory over the Chosen One here at the Reality of Wrestling.
Ivy Nile, the pit bull of the Diamond Mine, hit a beautiful pit bull power slam. Looked like she had the match won. Promise Braxton found a way to get her shoulder up. And then Booker T thought he pulled one over on Ivy. But it's Ivy Nile from WWE NXT who pulled it over on the 2-time Hall of Famer. I think she might have to answer for that next Tuesday night. But nevertheless, an incredible showing from Ivy Nile. That is our first of 2 main events still to come. Will All Day, Can't Hold for the last time inside the steel cage.